a very warm welcome to a special show. I am joined by a very, very interesting guest today. It's none other than Chris Tung, the Chief Marketing Officer of the Alibaba Group. Thank you so much, Chris. Truly a pleasure speaking with you, and thank you for joining us, and welcome to India.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to come to India for the first time.
First time.
Yeah.
So tell me, how does it feel coming to fastest growing economy in the world?
Yes, it's amazing. I mean, I tried dosa for the first time for breakfast this morning. I love it. I immediately sent a picture of dosa to my wife back in Shanghai and said, hey, who is a big fan of French crepe? And I said, hey, believe it, I think this tastes better than the crepe.
Let's talk about this mammoth and this behemoth called Alibaba. Give me a sense about the fact that, you're such a large group. But am I right to assume that your biggest play remains in China?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Alibaba today is the largest retail commerce platform in the world.
Sure.
With the larger numbers of what we call GMV,
Right.
the sales number. And we reach close to 600 million users in China. And with a very strong foothold in the rest of Asia and also some of the key developing countries in the world. And it started out as a e-commerce platform for Chinese small medium business to export their quality product to the world. But today, it's already an ecosystem with a clear mission to help to do the merchants to do business easy anywhere in the world.
So tell me, Chris, most people globally are mesmerized by the Alibaba brand and the Alibaba Group. But my question is, why haven't we seen any real action from Alibaba in the fastest growing economy, which is us, of course?
I think a lot of experience we had in China can be replicable in India too. But we definitely respect the difference there. And we also want to respect the consumer needs in India and the laws and regulations here in India. So we want to get ourselves fully prepared and take our step one by one. And today, we already have a good presence with our investment on Paytm, as well as our investment on Alibaba Cloud computing business.
Sure.
With the mission to support the business in India to drive their business growth with the same capability that we provided to the merchant in China. So I think hopefully with Alibaba technology, the growth in India will be even accelerated in a digital era.
You have said several times that don't look at it as just an e-com company. We are a data services company. We are expert marketeers. We are brand builders. Explain to me how Alibaba is now qualifying itself by playing all these roles to potential advertisers, clients, merchants. Why do you call yourself not just an e-com company and a brand builder and so on and so forth?
I think it's a great question. It's a very important one too. It has something to do with the business model of Alibaba to begin with. We have a very clear mission statement for the company for the last 20 years, which is to make it easy to do business anywhere. What that means is we have built a very robust platform to support all the merchants to succeed, to build their brands, to drive the growth of their business with our data technology. This is very different from a conventional definition of e-commerce, which is buy the product from the manufacturer and sell online and take a margin out of it as a digital channel, if you will.
Okay.
So we don't position ourselves as a sales channel. We we actually support the brands to launch their own storefront on our platform. So for example, the store on our platform, take Nike as an example, look exactly like their official website. So we are here to build a platform to carry out the brand experience, to help them engage the consumers, to understand more about what the consumer needs, and to be able to connect the demands and supplies efficiently with our data technology as a platform. So with that model, it's very clear to Alibaba team, we have to keep exploring the new opportunity for growth with the brands and merchants, understand what they need, how they want to drive the growth, and how do they want to build their brand. And on the other hand, we have to keep a very strong hold of what consumer wants, what's their, the way they evolve their lifestyle, so on, to be able to connect them in an efficient way.
Right.
So this is very different from the traditional e-commerce model.
Give me a sense, and I'd like you to go into a little bit of detail when you explain to me, the whole ecosystem you've built within Alibaba for brand building, and if you could, take me through exactly how you do that for a better understanding of myself and, of course, for all the viewers who are watching.
Yes. I think it has something to do with our philosophy of putting consumer in the center.
Okay.
Today, if you think about it, we're living in a digital era, and the media landscape is very fragmented.
Of course.
And we have to check our mobile phone. In the case of China,
right.
People check their mobile phone 140 times a day.
Okay.
Right? So you don't even feel you're doing it. But your life, the whole lifestyle is defined by each segment of your mobile experience.
Right.
So if you think that way, by putting all the consumers in the center, you start to think about what is the main touch points around the consumers in a 24-hour cycle. You have to have 3 meals. You have to have your transportation going on, and you have to have your entertainment daily. So that's how we come up with the structure of for our strategy of building an ecosystem around e-commerce, local service, including food delivery, entertainment, video viewing, including ticket sales for concerts and live shows, as well as GPS services, all that. Social life is a very important part of life, so we invested in the equivalent of Twitter called Weibo in China.
Right.
So pretty much the time spent online is pretty much construct the life of everybody nowadays. So if you think that way, we pretty much have to build that online network to be able to reach our consumers.
You also have the ability, unlike many others, to actually track every single consumer. And you're able to sift through that data much more effectively than other players can. Explain to me, what is Uni Marketing, and how are you using this Uni Marketing skill set that you all have honed to ensure that you are reaching the customer and serving the customer better, and of course also driving up sales.
Yes. Uni Marketing is a data-empowered marketing methodology, as well as a marketing system that you can play with day in, day out to support our brand partners to build their brands on Alibaba platform in the context of China today.
Right.
It's called Uni Marketing because we are able to create this what we call a consumer path to purchase cycle, and really tie in all the consumers' behavioral data and behaviors in our ecosystem in a data mutually connected way. So we know classically a brand builder will have to build brand awareness, and then which drives hopefully purchase intent for the brand and the product. Then the consumer make the purchase. Then the consumer may become loyal if the brand experience, product experience is satisfactory. So that full consumer cycle is what we call path to purchase, that all the brand builder has to look after
Yeah.
in their daily job. But those 4 stages are actually fragmented in the reality, in the real world today. But in our system, we have the luxury of building one system that actually make all the touch point work for the whole stages in a systematic way, which means everything you do, the behavioral data gets sent back to the brand data bank, so the brand can actually have a good understanding about who has been exposed to the advertising, who has shown their interest, who has purchased, and to be able to optimize the marketing actions against the specific group of targets in an effective way. Okay. So you know who they are, where they are, what they want. You can act on them on the profile of people in a very targeted way.
So you have a lot of data clearly, but you know, what's your view on having, you know, the right to privacy and you know, safeguarding my data?
Yes.
And is it actually legal to be using my data?
We're not using anyone's data. Well, all the data in the data bank is all anonymized, it's all aggregated in the scale of millions of people. What we are doing is to offer the capability in the system for the marketers to be able to get a profile of certain groups that they want to study.
Give me a sense in terms of, via example, so it's just easier to understand, how some brands have worked with you closely in China to maybe, you know, change their offering, tweak their offering, or launch something that they have found extremely insightful because of this data bank.
Yeah, there's one example I think is very interesting and inspiring. A famous snack brand, Sneakers,
yeah.
Launched I think a first ever spicy peanut sneaker.
Really?
In China, and very successfully. People love the product. It will be considered as a crazy thought if any marketers just propose to launch a product like that.
Right.
We did basically do a correlation analysis on what kind of food, what kind of snack are they fond of. And we found they have a great tendency to consume spicy snacks. And then we tried it out with the system. You get instant feedback because it's digital. It doesn't take you months.
So I am really interested in, you know, understanding how you devised your whole 11 day sale or Singles Day sale, as you call it. And I believe, you know, it's beaten the Black Friday sale hollow. At last count, what was it, $10 billion or more?
30.8 billion US dollars in a day.
So this is, you know, 11th of November every year. And how long have you been doing it?
Well, we have done it for 9 years. So I think the reason why we have been doing it so successfully over the year, I think there are 2 reasons. One is, as I just mentioned, we take it really like a festival we want to create. So from a consumer, from a marketing standpoint, we have done many things to make it a festival. Like, for example, like 4 hours between we start the day at midnight, there's a live TV show, which is it works like the halftime show for Super Bowl in the States. The highest rating show. It's a live show.
Really?
So throughout the 4 hours, all the audience have to watch the TV show with celebrities from all over the world with their mobile phone on, interacting with Alibaba's CMO sites, trying to get you know, the latest view on what's coming up as a new product, what's the coupon we're gonna release as a surprise. It's also very, very interactive. So the TV show is a small part of it. There's offline events, concerts, and this and that. So we're making the whole market celebrating a big festival. And the second one is sitting in the core of the festival, which is huge AI algorithm computation power to offer you personalized product recommendation throughout the day. So to make that 30 plus billion sales, you got to have enough product and fitting enough people's needs in multi times during the day. That's the obvious formula for it.
Sure.
So we have a huge product pool provided by, I think it's 180,000 brands all over the world last year. You know, all the new exciting product they want to launch. So lots of products, but we're able to match those products with the right consumers in a personalized way throughout the day.
Chris, tell me, how is the whole online-offline ratio, I mean, you know, retail ratio working out in China? I mean, is it, you know, is brick and mortar dying, or is it as, you know, rampant and growing as online?
In China, led by Alibaba platform, we have been growing at a rate more than 50% year on year for our revenues. And outside the cyber world, yes, the brick and mortar stores are being challenged.
Are they? Okay.
Yes, I think it's very hard to maintain growth if it's not a deficit. A flat business will be already a good enough result for most of the retailers. However, because of the mission of Alibaba to make it easy to do business anywhere, we're working very closely with retailers to support their brick and mortar retail brands as well with our data technology. By linking, by digitizing the footprint to their stores, as well linking the customer data with their data bank online. Therefore, for them to be able to invite more customers to their brick and mortar store, they can do more campaigns in a Uni Marketing system to be able to reach them, because most of the people are online anyway.
Right.
Regardless you have time to go to the shopping mall, you're still online every day. So online is the place for them to engage.
Okay.
So by delivering the right message, the right offer, you will be able to have a chance to pull the consumers from online to offline.
Really?
The other way around is you can also utilize the brick and mortar store to enhance the shopping experience they have online. For example, you can wait less time. If you decide to pick up your order online in a shop nearby in your neighborhood, because in the new retail world, we already integrate the supply chain for the retailer. So we optimize the pickup points for the consumers. So it becomes very easy for them to shop here, pick up there, or vice versa. So the service level is enhanced as well. So many things we are doing to basically integrate online, offline as one ecosystem for the brand by leveraging the power of data. And I think the benefits obviously is to help the brick and mortar stores to enjoy growth.
How is this in its nascent stage, this whole new retail concept where, you know, you're digitizing the entire experience for your customer and making it exciting? So how does it actually work, if you can give me an example?
Maybe I'll take Hema supermarket as an example for you.
Okay.
Hema,
Are those your new incubations, the Hema supermarkets?
Exactly.
Where you're testing out the advanced retail experience?
Exactly.
Okay.
Hema is a supermarket.
Okay.
We build Hema, we call it in a circle of living with a diameter around 3 kilometers.
Okay.
And Hema sits in the center of the circle.
Okay.
So Hema serves you all the things you need and want if you live in that circle as a resident. For example, we started our Hema in Shanghai, the wealthy area. So in those residents, they actually long for having, you know, lobsters from Australia, for example, or
Okay.
snow crab from Japan.
Okay.
But no supermarkets is selling them because there's a risk, you know, that the fresh may you know, expire if nobody
Yeah.
buys.
Yeah.
So the product assortment never, you know, advanced to the level they want. So with Hema, actually, we use a lot of data to analyze what they want. and their lifestyle, their income, disposable income level. So we actually start to put a lot of things that they have been dreaming of to buy on shelf.
Sure.
In Hema retail offline store as well as on Hema application. So they can go to Hema and have fun with the lobster life. If they are convinced this is a good quality they need, anytime they feel like having a lobster, they can click on the web and buy, and the lobster gets to send to your home in 30 minutes guarantee.
Wow. Okay.
So basically, you don't even have to have a kitchen, a refrigerator anymore. You don't even have to have a freezer because Hema is your freezer.
Okay.
They storage everything you want. It's quick, convenient, quality guarantee, and you're being served online, offline, both way. And each Hema in each circle serves different product based on the intelligence of the circle, what they want. For now, honestly speaking, this model has been tested out in the top 20 cities right now. It's working very well. I cannot conclude that it will go to the rural whatever, but right now for metropolitan type of cities,
of course,
it's working very well. Imagine you're in the middle of a cooking, you're missing a green onion, and it's just one click, somebody sent to you what you need while you're still in the process of cooking.
Sure. So how many Hema supermarkets do you have currently?
We have in the range of a few hundreds right now, and they're still expanding to cover the top 20 cities right now. That's where it's going right now in China.
Wow. Interesting, very interesting. You know, a little bit about, the festival that I believe you're the architect of, which is the Taobao.
Taobao Maker Festival.
Yeah, the Taobao Maker. Explain to me what the Taobao Festival is, and why did you think of this? What was the trigger to have this festival in the first place?
Yes. First of all, Taobao is what we call a C2C marketplace. Everybody can launch their own online store on Taobao to sell something. Anybody. It doesn't have to be a corporation. A Tmall is a branded shopping mall. It takes a brand license and a certain criteria to open, to launch one storefront on Tmall. We have Tmall and Taobao. Those are two different platforms that we have in China. So Taobao, actually we have more than 10 million merchants having their own stores on Taobao in China. So having your own store is a cool thing in China. So everybody will have their own areas of interest, their passion point. Maybe you are very good at designing pillowcase, just a random example. So you would like to just make a pillowcase for your friends, for people who love your artwork and try to be your friends.
Sure.
So it doesn't have to make huge sales for you, but it's a way to make your own dream come true as a owner of a brand or your own design. So what we found in the last three years ago is 70% of the merchants on Taobao are young generation. They're born post 1990s. They're very young.
Okay.
They actually have all kinds of different idea of creating something to sell, to make friends with people who share the same passion.
Okay.
This is phenomenal. So we decided to create a festival to showcase the best creative ideas of the young merchants. So this is a one-of-a-kind festival that we created 3 years ago in China, and we select top 300 most creative merchants and showcase their product, their stories. Because there's a QR code there, you can scan and become their brand fan, and then buy anytime you want after seeing the exhibition.
On Alibaba.
Of course, it's amazing. I mean, we also are feeling very optimistic about the fastest growing market in the world, which is India.
Well, equally excited to have Alibaba, which is now, a behemoth of sorts to come into the fastest growing economy. But very, very nice chatting with you. Thanks so much, Chris. Lovely speaking with you.
Thank you.